Here we're asked to use the transformation of the asymptotes and the reference points to graph the function. So we have an a value of 3, an h value of -1, and a k value of -2. So 3, -1, and -2. So what we should realize is that what's already graphed here is our parent function, or f of x is equal to 1 over x. And when we're talking about our parent function and how it is transformed, we usually talk about the asymptotes and two reference points. Now, normally where our asymptotes meet for our parent function is at the origin. If we go 1 to the right and 1 up, that is our first reference point at 1, 1. And if we go 1 down and 1 to the left, so if x is -1, then y is -1. So that is our second reference point. So normally, if there is no shifting or anything of that sort, we're going to the right one and up 1 from the center point, and to the left 1 and down 1. A couple of changes that are going to happen here first. I'm going to deal with the h and the k values first. So because h is -1, let me clear this really quick for us to make it a little bit neater here. So since h is -1, I'm going to shift 1 unit to the left. And since this k is -2, I'm going to shift down 2 units. So I'm first going to talk about our asymptotes here. If we're going 1 unit to the left and 2 units down, that means that our new horizontal asymptote is at -2, and our new vertical asymptote is at -1. Now, in this case here, again, let me just use green to kind of show you. Actually, let's show you red, which would be if we had an a value of 1, it would just be down 1 and to the left 1, because just like in our parent function, it's down 1 to the left 1 of our center here, and to the right 1 and up 1 from our center. And so our graph would look kind of like this. Again, this is not correct yet. So my red one would be if our a value was 1, but our a value is not 1, our a value is actually 3. So let's choose green to show us the correct way to do this. Now remember, a tells us it is a vertical stretch or compression. Since our a value is 3, it is a vertical stretch, meaning we're going to go one spot to the right, and instead of going 1 up for our reference point, we're going 1 to the right and 1, 2, and 3 units up. Instead of going 1 to the left and 1 down, I'm doing a vertical stretch by a factor of 3, so I'm going 1 to the left and 1, 2, and 3 down. So what that means is that my graph looks more like this. It is stretched vertically like so. So it goes through my two new reference points here. This one here is at -2, and what is that, -5? My other reference point is at 0, and it looks like 1. So now I have transformed the asymptotes and used my a value to transform these reference points. So my green graph here is what our actual graph should look like.